recording. Recording has been started. You can start whenever you'd like.
Okay. So last session there was this regular owl.
Totally. It's totally an owl.
A normal owl. If anybody wants to talk a little bit about the regular owl, you're welcome to do so.
Fucked up little not owl.
That are so cool.
It was really chilly. And huge. It looked like it was mimicking what an owl should be, but it definitely was not an owl, and it was definitely not from here.
There was a little bit of discussion about what the fuck this is, and Fern mentioned knowing some people who might know about these kinds of things. Aya, you would have been interested to see that this owl, while it has, at first glance, it had feathers. The feathers were not actually real feathers. Like, they were not... They didn't resemble bird feathers in anything except for general shape, and were like just solid pieces of material where it would normally be like individual fibers. So definitely weird for you to see. But
bird creature gave like a dark mark on Fern's face where it had clawed her, so that was interesting, and it may have happened to us if we would have also gotten hit by it. Perhaps.
Sure is a shame that I couldn't fucking hit anybody else with my owl.
Yeah, Adder did a big hit on the creature. That's my guy.
Danella also critted?
Yes.
But I think that the 24...
Yeah, Danella killed it. Danella got the first hit and the last hit on it, which was exciting for her. She then was able to do her scar stuff on the relevant people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fern has a weird face mark that has since faded somewhat. And you guys were able to continue on your journey to Sonterra. There were a couple conversations on the road.
Mm-hmm. We ended up staying at a place called the Ugly Fox, which was the inn that we went to, and then decided to go exploring, to get a sense.
Get the lay of the land.
Exactly, because we weren't exactly sure where we wanted to start right away, and we didn't really want to just dive into it, I suppose, without knowing where things are, or gathering at least a little general information first.
And what happened when Soot rolled a nat 20 listen check, Ren?
He became possessed. No. He ended up listening to the voice guide him basically, and took him to a bunch of twists and turns, which eventually led them to the back of the inn, which he didn't know about at the time because he was just confused. And met Ray, which was some guy that was about to go inside of an open window. He looked generally well off, but also, like, definitely a sneaky guy. Early 20s, I think, right? Half-elf?
Yeah, half-elf generally looking. Mid-20s-ish.
Mid-20s.
Ginger. Freckles.
Aw.
Mid-length hair. Super awkward about the whole, just got caught trying to climb in this window thing.
Yeah, it didn't help that I was also, at the end there. So I had no idea what to say to this man after, because I wasn't expecting to meet a guy.
A whole guy.
That was a whole guy.
Dude. I don't remember who else found stuff. I swear people found stuff. Or talked to people about some things. But I can't remember because it was late.
Skylar, before returning to their room, did get directions to Handras Mudspin's place of work and residence. At which point, they called it a day, headed back to their room, and found the window open. And that is where we're going to start session proper. So, Skylar.
Thank you, Leslie.
Yeah, immediately scurrying on over to the window and immediately sticking my head out, looking this way and that, see if I can see anyone suspicious or running or, just...
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to stop someone about this. Oh, that is a natural 20 plus skills? Skills. Cool, there it is. Perception. Sorry, there's so many things. Perception. 34.
All right, 34. So you don't see anybody down this alleyway. You do. The window did have a lock mechanism on it. It looks like it has been picked. Or at the very least, something has scraped at it. You weren't paying close attention to the window locking mechanism when you checked into your room. So you don't know if this was a prior thing or a current thing. But given that you found your window open where it hadn't been before, you can make an educated guess and assume. Looking around the rest of your room, you do not notice immediately any signs of your things being disturbed or anything in the room being altered, and you don't see anything there that wasn't there when you left this afternoon.
Goodness, if they were a bird, their feathers would be so puffed up right now. Yeah, no, they don't see anyone out there, so they don't, no point in going looking for someone. They close the door, like you said, they go through all their things, make sure nothing's been stolen or added, and then once everything is secure, they double check everything again, and make extra care to hide like more valuable things, I guess. And then it's how late is it right now?
It's like 6 or 7 p.m.
Okay, then I'll head down, and I don't think I've eaten yet, right? I go down and eat, and anyone who sees me perceives me sees me just very bothered, annoyed, a very puffed up bird energy.
I am going to pause there at the inn and then go over to a little bit ago when Soot started walking down the alley with his new good friend Ray and Adder as well. Ray talking, of course, about this donut shop that's just a couple streets over. Fantastic, top-notch donuts. Anyone who has come to town and has not had Donna's Donuts really is missing out.
Alright, I'll take your word for it.
Well, you don't gotta take my word for it. You can try it yourself and see just how good they are. Stand this way. Come on now.
Alright. He will follow after, but he is still keeping an eye out to make sure we aren't being fucking jumped or something.
Yeah. And he's leading you very much in like the market district, in populated streets. There's no more alleys in your future, seemingly. And he does take you up to the storefront of a cute little donut shop. Brightly colored sign says Donna's Donuts on it. It's got a little mug and a donut on the sign. And as he sort of leads you up, he's like, take it from me, the coffee is shit, but it's okay, the donuts are what matters.
Alright.
Alright, it has been good to spend time with you on this fine evening, and I have,
I think you should probably come with us.
Uh-oh, should I?
Yes.
Yeah, I did have an appointment I needed to get to.
Well, then you can reschedule.
Can I? Make a diplomacy check.
I feel like as he's saying this, he's opening the door, so it would be very awkward for him to say no. Let's see, where's my dice? Come on, Soot Dice. You're a liquid core, you gotta be nice to me. Where did it go? I painted you myself, don't betray me. Okay, you didn't betray me, that's good. My diplomacy, what is my diplomacy? Fuck. Oh, I actually have a good thing to that. That's a 22.
He looks at you, and you see his eyes dart over your shoulder a little bit to Adder as well. And when you glance back, Adder is standing there, leaning casually on his cane, with the other hand on the hilt of his sword. And this guy, Ray, just, you know what? You're right. Didn't want to go to that appointment anyway.
Set will
better make time for a donut.
Set does beam at him and just says, I think that's a wise choice. Come on, then.
And he follows you in. Continues making donut-based small talk, makes some recommendations, orders a cinnamon twist. Does not order coffee.
Yeah. If there's anything like pudding or like cream filled, like one of those eclairs or something like that, Sip might get one of those, or something with a berry filling or something.
Easily done. Adder will get whatever you're having. And Ray is sort of standing awkwardly.
I will say it, Sip probably gets him, like, makes him get something different so they can share.
Fair enough.
Halvesies of different donuts.
Soot's scam to get more donuts to sample does work. And Adder will get a different donut.
Yeah. But Soot kind of like, after a couple of bites, kind of like cleans off his hands a little bit and just like, alright, well, do have a question for you. What were you hoping to find in that room there?
You know, it's the funniest thing. I had been taking a little walk, and I noticed I had been walking. You know, it's something I sort of tend to do on like a daily basis. And I think it's very good for one to walk. I think it invigorates the body and the soul. I think you get new scenery. I think the fresh air does a body good. I'm a massive proponent of fresh air. So I'd been walking, and I so happened to glance down and see a window askew, and I thought that was unusual. So I went to close it.
Funny, it didn't really look like you were closing it, it looked like you were opening it.
That is so funny, you are correct. That is a funny thing. Very, very amusing.
Soot is smiling at this, and he's like kind of leaned forward on his hand. He is definitely kind of teasing this guy, unfortunately for him.
He's just sort of sitting there with his. He's not taking a single bite of his donut, and he's just like, it was a higher window than I expected, so I had to kind of climb up on the bricks. So I was kind of draped over the windowsill a little bit while I was trying to just get the damn thing shut.
Sure.
I'm not particularly strong. So.
Look, I'm not here to shame you for what you're doing, I suppose. Not exactly the type of person to do that if you've got to do what you gotta do, but,
Well, I appreciate you not shaming me for being a good Samaritan and doing a kind act on my daily walk.
Sure. Good Samaritan. Well, I think it would be great if this Good Samaritan could kind of give us a little bit of information.
A little bit of information about what in specific?
I mean, you said you take walks. Surely you hear things and know places.
I sure do, sir.
Alright. Well, maybe you'll be able to help me then, and I can forget all about your little walk.
This sounds promising.
Alright. And he's gonna kind of sit up a little bit and take another bite of his donut, and just say, do you know anything about a Honduras Madspin? Apparently he's died in the last couple of weeks. Do you know anything about that?
A Honduras Mudspin.
Does it seem like he reacts in any manner to this?
Go ahead and make a sense motive check.
Okay, and he is gonna, despite feeling a little bit uncomfortable about doing it, he is gonna listen too as well.
Okay.
Oh, that first roll was really good. Sense motive you said for the first one?
Sense motive.
So that's... Oh, I forgot I have no bonus. That's just a 19.
Alright, good to know.
I'll try a roll for a listen check, which... Oh god, I keep rolling really well. That's... 22 also? I'll put that in chat.
Okay. So, your first impression of this guy, he definitely reacts when you say the name. Like, of all the things he thought you might be about to ask about, it wasn't that. So it's a little bit of like a, oh, fuck, what? Expression on his face. And he's sort of pausing after he says the name. And you do hear a voice in your head say, I'm gonna type this one actually.
Alright. Nice and spicy.
But that's all. And he's sort of there, just, well, weren't they at the coroner?
Aye. I hear...
A little bit ironic, if you ask me.
True. I mean, we've heard that, his death may have possibly been a suicide, but, you know, we're here to see if that was true or not.
Well, I tell you, I have heard tell and talk on the streets about it to a certain extent. More so now, a couple weeks back when it all happened. But I have heard tell about it. And my impression is that ain't nobody around here believes it was a suicide.
Right.
Because on account of, well, I hear something gruesome happened to him. I don't know necessarily what it was. But I hear it was not in the realm of... It would have been shocking to be self-inflicted.
Right.
So, if that is helpful in any way, I would say in investigating whether or not it is a suicide, I think starting on the not path is going to be your best bet.
Sure.
Are you like a detective or like
more of like
person?
a amateur private detective, I suppose.
So you ain't like law enforcement?
Fuck no.
Well, that's reassuring. But like, like.
Look, we're just trying to do this as a favor for a friend.
Careful with that.
You have no idea. But I mean, I was interested in any gossip or anyone that might have more information than you do.
Oh, I'm sure just about anybody's got more information than me, but
well, if anybody comes into mind as contact, it'd be great if you could tell us. It would help wonderfully.
Sure it would be great. Let me tell you, he did. I don't know if you were already talking to the people he knows, but if you are not, then his assistant, Rosie, she's a nice young lady, first and foremost. She comes down to the market sometimes. Daddy is a butcher, and she is coroner's assistant, so maybe just handling that kind of material runs in the family. But she chats sometimes at her daddy's butcher shop, which I do happen to frequent. Best butcher shop in town. All this to say, Rosie was Mr. Mudspin's assistant, probably knows a thing or two about a thing or two, and I do recommend speaking to her about them things or two.
Right. Oh, that's good to know.
Beyond Rosie, I just would caution you just to be careful with the folks you listen to in this city. People tend to be a little bit cutthroat around here, if you catch my drift.
Sit will nod. Not all of them would be nice enough to bring you to a donut shop.
Well, I ain't one of those folks who tends to be cutthroat, you understand. I try to make the world better with my every entrance out into it. And strive to better myself with every turn round the sun, and better others as I am doing it.
Do I get the sense he's doing bullshit just to be like, to justify his actions a little bit?
I can sort of stand. This guy is definitely like, he's definitely just saying shit.
Yeah,
He's doing his best in a situation that he's not jazzed about being in. He's not explaining any complex or profound life philosophy to you. He's just saying, I want to be a good person, and that's why I took you to a donut shop.
Yeah.
If that is all you wanted to ask me.
Sorry, it was not like weird and distant. So, sorry, I was talking to my parents. I forgot to.
Sorry.
I think Sit would just kind of smile a little bit and stand, and kind of like he'll reach out to shake this man's hand.
He will reach out and take your hand.
Well, Ray, it was wonderful to meet you.
It was just lovely to meet you too.
Soot, you can call me.
Soot. Pleasure's all mine, I'm sure. Now, I may still be able to make that appointment.
Right.
If I rush.
Well, I won't keep you. And he's gonna give his shoulder a bit of a pat.
as soon as the pat is received, this man is out the fucking door.
Sid waits for a moment and then just kind of chuckles a little bit to himself.
Adder is just sitting there like, alright, what the fuck was that then?
I think I got some information, I guess. I don't know. Sorry, I just drug you around, didn't I?
I think you just scared the shit out of him. He did not seem happy.
Did I?
Well, he certainly wasn't happy about something. And I would expect it's because your little, wild goose chase ended up leading us somewhere that we weren't meant to be in by his standards.
I suppose so. Well, you know how the voices sometimes, are insistent.
Yeah, I know. And probably a good thing they were, considering. I mean, think about it. If we never run into him, we might never have had these donuts.
Sid's gonna kind of flop down next to Adder and give him just a little bit of a peck on the cheek because it's cute. He thinks that was cute.
Adder blushes a little bit, and then, we should probably head back, huh?
Right, we can. You know what? Maybe I'll grab a couple more, just for the rest.
I was just gonna say, should we get half a dozen, just to?
Yeah, I think that would be great.
Just to share with the group, probably the polite thing to do.
Yeah, I know. I think if they found out that we got donuts out, then they'd be a little bit upset.
Plus, if we get a half dozen, that includes 2 for us. We don't have to tell them we already had some.
True, very true. You know what? I want to see if there's any weird ones for Victor. I think Victor might like it.
Perfect.
You'll go get some donuts for the rest of the crew.
You can get an assortment of donuts for the crew and head back to the inn.
Yeah.
And by this time, everybody else has sort of returned from their various and sundry information gathering and just general city scouting to get the lay of the land, and can come in, sort of trickling in, and everybody would notice Skylar is like a distressed bird in the dining room of the inn.
Just very angrily sipping tea.
Oh, what's got your feathers all ruffled?
So, I came home from, came in from scouting, and there was, it's the darndest thing. My window was opened, and I had not left it open. And there were scratch marks, so when a broken in, essentially. However, nothing was missing from my room, and nothing seemed to be taken.
Sid, slowly puts the donuts down, and he's like, how long ago was that?
How long ago, DM?
It was probably, you got back 45 minutes ago.
About 45 minutes ago, give or take a minute or two. Why do you ask?
Does that line up with what Sid,
Oh, it sure does. You probably ran into Ray about an hour ago.
Well, I know the culprit of your window breaking.
They squint at you.
I ended up catching him in the act, actually. His name's Ray. And I got a little bit of information from him.
Okay, and where is he?
Oh, he scampered off. It's not like I could hold a man at his own will. Apparently he had an appointment that was much more important than, and he kind of gestures, than donuts.
They're good donuts. Just for the record.
And Sid will kind of lean over and be like, and this one's for you, Victor. It sounded good, and he'll describe what the flavor is, apparently.
It's maple cream.
Skylar will take a donut and huffily bite it. Just huff, bite.
I don't know if you like maple cream, Victor, but it sounded like something you might like.
Thank you.
He just shrugs.
The confusion is not a bad confusion.
Mm-hmm. It's unexpected.
But if you want any more specific details from that, you'd need a sense motive, and,
Yeah,
well...
but, yeah, your bluff is, like, at least a +10, so...
Oh, it's a plus 14, baby!
Yeah. I am aware.
I think, she takes it, and after just, like a heartbeat, she is back into, could you at least give a physical description?
Of course. And he will launch into a description of the ginger hair, mid-20s. I don't remember if he's lanky or not. And
Pretty
he'll also,
lanky.
yeah, he will also say into this too. And if you need more than that, I have a spell that I could cast a couple of times to show you guys exactly what he looks like.
You know, so did he mention why he was breaking into my room at all? No, right? No.
I'm fairly certain I couldn't have weaseled that out of him. It was hard enough trying to get information about certain things, and he was very eager to get going, if you understand.
They just
he did try to
deflate
play it
more.
off as like he'd seen the window open and was trying to close it as sort of an act of goodwill towards mankind.
Mm-hmm.
Very insistent it was of goodwill. Definitely not. He did know a little bit about well, what been talk about Hondor's Mudspin.
Oh.
Seems like most of the people that talk don't think it was suicide. In fact, they definitely think there's some foul play, and apparently he's got an assistant named Rosie. I don't remember if we actually knew that or not from the beginning.
You did not know about Rosie.
Did not know about that, yeah.
That's
something, I guess.
Apparently, she has her father's a butcher, apparently. I'm sure if we ask around, we can figure out where.
Yeah, maybe we can find her.
And
good work.
Apparently, he also, every once in a while frequents the butchery, but I assume he's going to stay clear since he knows I'm looking.
Well, yes, no, good work, Soot. However, next time you see someone doing a crime to me, don't just let them, walk away.
He's gonna give you a look, Skylar.
Still happy bird.
Yeah.
Skylar, what would be your recommendation in the future?
Oh, I don't know. I at least like to yell at them, huff at them. Definitely not going to turn them in for like trying to rob me, I guess, but I would like to berate them a little bit, I guess.
Well, I think I scared him shitless a little bit. So
didn't seem keen on sticking around, but next time we can manage to detain a person, I'm sure we'll give it our full effort.
Yes.
They just nod and take a sip of their tea.
I'm just glad I caught him before he stole anything from you. That probably wouldn't have been well.
Can I think of anything that's worth stealing in my like stuff? What do I have? Or
I mean, there's the obvious things that are valuable to you. Your energy drinks, your energy drink recipe.
Yeah.
Things on your person, less so. I mean, you have in your things, your alchemy equipment, which could be valuable to someone, but you don't know how somebody would know you had it. While you were about town, you introduced yourself as Detective Skylar Locke to people while information gathering, but your alchemy is not like a notorious fact about you, and your reputation, although you're pretty close to hometown, probably isn't widespread enough that it's significant to people who wouldn't already know you. So you can't think of why beyond cash money, and you keep your cash money pretty secure on your person.
Yeah. Well, they are huffing because this is weird, and at least they have a donut. And yeah.
I do have a donut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah.
The evening is yours.
Well, how late technically is it at this point?
It is now probably 8 or 9.
Well, it's a little bit too late to be going after the butcher right now, so I suppose we should probably stick around here, or we could probably do some more digging, but I don't know how much we're gonna get up for that.
It's late.
Alright.
We all just need to rest for a bit, I say.
Sure. I would like... did we know if this place had, like, bath arrangements or a place that we could do that? Because we have been on the road for a while.
This place does have small bathrooms available.
Excellent.
For the bathing.
Pog.
So you guys are able to clean up, rest up, take the evening to yourselves, unless there's anything specific that people have in mind to
really.
do.
No, not really.
Yeah. Set's gonna kind of poke at her a little bit.
Adder become poked.
Just like after we've had a little bit of like food or whatever, he's just like, so Dove, there was something interesting you said on the road to me.
What was that? There's an expression on Adder's face that tells you he knows exactly what you're referring to.
Well, I know. Fuck it. He will replay it with a mind link just for him. Just to make the embarrassing worse.
God. Adder's just sitting there. Little pink. He's like, I did say that to you?
You did?
I did. Sure did.
True. Yep.
Sure did.
Would you like to talk about that?
Well, I don't know. Would you like to talk about that?
Quite honestly, yes.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Very good. So...
Oh, it's a good thing.
Yes. You're not in trouble. Promises.
Well, I should hope not. But then again, I've done stupid things in the past, and been in trouble for those.
Maybe just a little, but you're alright. I just want to know where it stands, and I think it's probably good that we talk about it. So...
I suppose you're probably right.
I think we've had enough of no communication.
What? You don't want to do another 2 years of avoiding a topic?
I'd really not like to do that again.
Well, if it helps. What I said. I would classify that as a serious suggestion. If one were to be suggesting things.
Sid takes a moment to think about it and then nods.
Adder cannot tell that you nodded.
Yeah, he's just, it's mostly to himself. Well, it would definitely be enjoyable, I think.
Adder is bright red.
Yes.
He's just sort of sitting there, like, well, that's good. That is good. It's a good thing.
So it'll kind of like bump his shoulder with his a little bit.
Adder bumps back. Did you want to?
I mean, if you want to, yes.
All right.
I mean, we are in an inn. We
are in an inn, is the thing, as opposed to being on the road, which would have made things very awkward.
Oh, it would have been very awkward.
It would have been very awkward. But we're in an inn now, so.
Yeah. Damn it, this is awkward. Oh.
Do you want to go upstairs?
Yes. Come on.
The boys go upstairs.
Neck, sets his little, like, the little thing around his neck. He's gonna, like, tie it around the doorknob and shut it and lock the door.
Nice.
Fuck you guys.
Well, not quite.
Smile.
But the boys sleep very well.
Yeah.
Other people, on the other hand.
Oh god.
Fern.
Hi.
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 You're so cold this night. It's not.
I'm a lobster. You can't do this to me.
You are a lobster. You're so cold. Not your whole body, but your face is cold.
Mm-hmm.
You sleep well enough. You make it through the night fine. But you're not happy about it. Other than that, though,
I literally grabbed my dice bag while you were talking.
Who's to say when the next Fern roll will take place?
God.
Certainly not me. The next morning, you are all able to get a tasty breakfast from the Ugly Fox dining room, as desired.
No, just from a fox.
Just from a fox. From specifically an ugly one. There's an ugly fox who comes into your room and gives you breakfast and leaves.
Nice.
No. You guys can wake up, reconvene, get breakfast, and you have the day ahead of you.
Yay.
Danela does not come down to breakfast.
Of course.
But Fern and Aya, you're staying with Danela, you're rooming with her. She wasn't in bed this morning, so you presumed she'd already come down to breakfast, but she's not down at breakfast.
She did the thing that that is apparently normal for her. Got it.
I was gonna suggest that we maybe should check on her, but, considering her situation, I don't think so.
Well, good for her. So, are we talking to a butcher today? Or is the butcher not relevant?
Well, we could always ask.
I think maybe we ought to start with the place of employment and maybe the place of residence.
Yeah, I was thinking we should start there since we don't exactly know the name of the butcher. Ray wasn't very forthcoming on that, which is fine, but, you know. It's at least good to know it exists.
We know to ask Rosie.
Set nods.
So, on then to go talk to this man's assistant?
I'd say let's head to the mortuary.
Oh, wonderful day.
All right. Easily enough, you all can, following the directions Skylar had gotten the previous day, make your way out into town and head west, more towards the center of town, the center of the city, and go to Handris Mudspin's place of work.
I have a question.
What is your question, Parker?
On the way there, can I spot like an insurance company?
I beg your fucking pardon?
I know what you mean.
An insurance company. I just need the name.
Yeah, there's a Progressive on the corner.
Yes!
Okay.
God damn it! God damn it!
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay. There's a fucking Progressive insurance company.
God. This episode is sponsored by Progressive. No, it's not. That's a lie.
Hey, except it's not sponsored by Progressive. Fuck you, Progressive.
I'm mad already. You haven't even done it yet, and I'm already mad.
Now you're gonna invent fucking insurance claims.
God damn you.
Oof.
Mortuary.
It's
Fuck,
here.
I love you so much.
God.
Yeah, I would like to walk up to like the receptionist.
You can walk up to the receptionist, who is like a very haggard looking guy of, and like I say guy because he's a haggard looking guy, but you don't know anything about like what gender that is.
Nice.
Of maybe some partially orcish origin, green skin, tusks, looking tired, stressed, doing paperwork, looks up at you when you enter.
Hi there. My name is Rilla. I'm with the Progressive Insurance Company. We've come to investigate a life insurance claim.
All right. I would like you to start off with giving me a bluff check before I go any further.
Could I try? Oh god, I want to help you so bad.
Progressive.
No, I don't think I don't want to ruin this for you.
That is a 32.
Oh my god, I
can't believe the progressive lady exists in universe now.
I'm so angry, it's not even funny. /J.
It's actually very funny.
Fucking this man looks up at you, like, just sort of gives you like a once over, and then is like, name of the
really
deceased.
Of the deceased? Oh, Handris Mudspin.
Oh.
Yes, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Oh. Shit, okay. Sorry.
No, genuinely, I am sorry. I know this is fast. However,
No, we were told to expect some people coming through. Yes, sorry. Just a little. Yes, what do you need? How can I help you?
Our internal investigators and detectives need to do a quick inspection of the premises, interview employees, go through a few documents.
I'm so mad at the numbers I'm rolling as well. It's just insulting.
Oh?
We need to confirm a few things, like some details in the police report, as well as the financial records and holdings of this particular establishment.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Just... What would you like to start with, I guess?
Well, we'll need a couple things from you. We'll need a list of active employees, active contract agreements, and access to Mr. Mutzbin's office first, I believe.
Well, employees is pretty easy. It's
Also possibly access to residents as well. We might have to question them just to confirm with our records.
Thank you. If you have that, we're struggling a little bit to secure entry. You know how it is.
Yeah, so it's gonna play up the act of being like tired, like a worn out, like we've been running around the city for several hours trying to find people, kind of thing. Like that's what he's trying to play into here.
all right. Sit. Make a bluff check to go with it.
Okay.
If you can't help us, if you yourself can't help us, that's fine. We were just wondering if you could possibly point us in the direction of anyone who can, and I'd like to help out.
29 bluff?
Plus 2 makes 31.
Hey, I could have rolled a 20 and that would have been 30.
I hate you both.
No, you don't.
I
don't.
despise you with every fiber of my being.
It's OSHA all over again.
OSHA Part 2.
Yeah.
Life insurance.
Life
OSHA
insurance
Part 2,
policy.
progressive.
Oh, that's a great episode title, is progressive. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm keeping that in my notes.
I'm furious. I am ungodly furious. He does just, well, employees is easy. It's, well, I was gonna say it's 4. Now it's 3. It's just me, Rosie, and Jasper. But I can get you. I'll just make a list of full names. Sorry.
Full names, addresses, if that's acceptable.
And he pulls out a pad of paper and starts writing things down.
Are all 3 of you on the premises today?
Jasper's out, Rosie's in the back, but...
Excellent. Do you know when Mr. Jasper will... Mister?
I mean, I don't think he cares. I don't know when he'll be in, but I can get you his address. I can put him in touch with you. I can whatever you need. He's probably not coming in today.
That's fine. I appreciate the information. We'll either track him down or have him contact us. Yes. So to recap, PK, that's name and addresses of employees, names of standing contracts. So like if he like contracts out like like fucking cremation or some shit, like I want the cremation home. You know what I mean? Like
I do know what you mean.
God.
I like that you're giving me a fucking grocery list here.
Hey, you have a lot of shit to deal with in your brain. It's good to help you out.
Fucking.
Poker,
So-
I love you so much. I'm so glad I do not have to. I do not have to DM for Victor. I would combust.
Yeah, so you get the full names of everybody, including the man you're speaking to, whose name is Urim Dak, Jasper Nerad, and Rosie Rosin. And he does specify, yes, Rosie is her full name. It's not a nickname. And you get addresses for all of these people. I'm putting their names in the chat.
Thank you.
And I am not coming up with the name of a crematorium right now.
that's fine.
They do have a contract with the crematorium, and they do have connections. Like they are connected with a number of funeral homes.
If you are not able to give me those names, I presume they are not going to be relevant, in which case you don't have to worry about it. I just didn't know if you had any connected to the mystery, and I was going to ask for them now.
Fair enough. I will say you can assume right now if the crematorium or the funeral homes become dreadfully relevant, you will have that information in your pocket already.
Excellent, thank you.
So names, address, contracts. What was the next thing on your shopping list?
It was access to access to the Mudsman's office, and then if Urim had information or a lead as to who we could ask to be able to gain access to Mudsman's home.
All right. So he does tell you straight off that Rosie has his spare key.
Okay.
So if you can't go through like the police to do it, if they're not being cooperative, which the way he says it, it sounds like he's used to the police being annoying.
Helpful?
Victor gives him the vibe of like, yeah.
Rosie is gonna be able to help you out with that as necessary. He can unlock Mr. Mudspin's office. Hello, Astris.
Oh.
Astris, hi.
Victor is impersonating a life insurance officer.
Mm-hmm.
You guys,
Victor's performing scams.
give Astris the recap, starting all the way back with OSHA so that they have context. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
So in the first adventure arc, we had to investigate a shop.
I can't remember what kind of shop.
It was like a curiosities kind of like the
tchotchkes and
Tchotchkes.
And so the way I managed to do that, taking PK completely off guard, was walking in and be like, "Hi, my name is I think it was like Hannah Yinfiel. I'm with the mayor's office. We need to do a safety inspection."
yeah.
Oh my god.
So we played that as becoming OSHA.
Eventually Soot ended up like getting up in there because the downstairs was dangerous.
Because we discovered that there was a secret passage in the basement.
Yeah, and
And
Soot got a
we're doing
little warning.
bit of exploring and went, oh, we can't explore all of this right now without arousing suspicion, so we're gonna break in tonight. We did break in that night.
And
So-
broke the adventure.
Murders, by the way.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to do that, but we did anyways.
I love that for you guys.
I think we were supposed to get that from the other direction.
Yeah. We came in backwards, days before we were supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we prevented like 3 more murders. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
These bitches didn't even get to serial killer status.
Haha.
Because
Yeah,
there need to be 3 within.
We just kept doing things PK didn't think we would do. Like we spotted the guys who can be invisible. What are they called? The
Skulks.
Skulks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
skulks. We spotted them. PK was like, "Damn it!" And then we were OSHA, and yeah,
We found our tracks. Then
Yeah.
we were OSHA. And we rolled high enough bluff that she couldn't tell we were full of shit, but she rolled high enough bluff that we couldn't tell she was
Yeah.
bullshitting us about not knowing about the secret passage.
Fucking standoff of bluff.
Until she tried to murder us as a fucked up cat lady, we were entirely prepared to blame it all on her husband.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because she
And
was
then
playing
tried
the
to murder us as a
innocent so
fucked up cat
much.
lady.
She was playing the innocent act, and I don't remember, was her husband dead or something? I can't remember.
No,
He was-
her husband
No,
was
we-
also
there's
in on
nothing-
it.
Okay. Well, I know, I was just I couldn't remember if at the time he had been, like, locked up or something like that. I couldn't remember.
No,
Okay.
no. he
No,
was in on it.
we knocked him out, but Cal took his armor. She
Right.
saw his armor and assumed we killed him, and
Yeah.
went, "You fucking killed my husband," and tried
Right.
to kill us as a fucked up cat lady.
Right, that's
Um,
what happened. That was what I was thinking about, was Cal possibly
We
killing
were
him,
in
and that
town
wasn't
for, I believe it was 2.5 days.
it. It was a really short time.
Anyway, in order to get into Haunter's
Chungus!
Woodspin's, you got your hair dyed. It looks great. But in order to get into Mudspin's office and place of business, I just did the exact same thing, but instead of being a safety inspector, I'm a life insurance claim detective.
Yeah. As we were walking here, Parker goes, "I want to be on the lookout for an insurance office." Sure, there's a progressive on the corner. Oh, fuck.
So we are life insurance detectives.
That's so funny.
We're here for
Well,
the
it's like-
claims.
like 6 months from now, that person will be like, "Wait, Progressive doesn't do life insurance."
He's too grief-stricken to really think about it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll figure out in a couple
Besides,
days, but it's
6
fine.
months from now, we'll have figured out who the fuck murdered his boss.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more
And
in
you
6
hope-
days.
And he hopefully will not be as mad about that time we lied to him about being insurance officers.
Yep.
6 months IRL, like a day and a half in game.
God.
Also, crucially, Victor got like a 32 on the bluff.
Yeah.
Shit.
Soot got a 29 that got boosted to a 31.
Right behind.
Victor is a scammer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Apparently.
God, I
Look,
love
the
Victor.
OSHA scam was incredible, and I look forward to us getting to do it again.
Mhm. We need to
I
do more crimes.
I can
More
get you
crimes.
the time stamp for the episode so you can hear the moment where I go, "I'm with the mayor's office, and we need to do safety inspection," and PK be silent for
Yep.
20 seconds as
Yep.
they try to figure out how to respond.
I love that.
God.
I can't believe you pulled a Vaxial Dawn. Mm-hmm.
Look at this pit.
I'm
Look
just
at that tiny
realizing.
baby.
I'm just realizing I can up Soot's bluff also. Maybe I'll do that
Well,
next level. He's only got a 1 rank in his bluff right now.
They can bond over scamming motherfuckers. That
Yeah.
can be how they develop a friendship, is by scamming motherfuckers together.
Soot gives Victor the weird, or not the weird, but the interesting food, and also lies with Victor.
Oh my god, that cat is so round.
Oh my god.
He's so round.
Which one is that again?
It's Pip.
That's
Oh. Oh no.
He
my
eats second
baby.
breakfast.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Hold like
goodness.
baby.
She is rotund.
Oh.
Oh,
I love her.
not too much has happened in session aside from the progressive scam.
Yeah.
Skylar sort of came into the room, found that the window was open. Nothing had been removed, nothing had been added. Soot got donuts with the guy that was trying to break into
Ray
Skylar's
was
room,
his name.
threatened the dude. We got
vague threats of
information
like
about the
if you
coroner's
don't.
assistant.
Yeah, the vague threat was basically, if you don't come with me, I'll probably tell somebody you broke into a place. And he's like, no, I was doing a service. Ah.
And Addo was there with a sword, being like,
Uh-huh.
"Go along with this, buddy."
I think you should come with us, is what Soot said. Let's get donuts.
We chat to Skylar about that.
Let's get donuts.
Soot fills us in on kind of the general vibe of what was up with Ray. The men are gay.
Oh yeah, they fucked for sure.
Oh, good for them.
Adder had
three people
said
in the
some
party with
interesting
active
things.
hippies right now. It's fine. Fern has trouble sleeping because it's fucking because space is fucking cold.
You know how it is.
Because of the scratch from the beastie. We go to harass the coroner's office. With Victor lying that we are from the insurance company.
We are.
It would be so
insurance.
funny if the actual representatives from the insurance company show up.
It would be
Give
really
PK
funny.
ideas.
I love that.
We are insurance. Ba ba da ba 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 ba. God.
So I think that's just about everything.
I think so too. You did a good recap. Was there anything else in my notes that would have been? Oh, Ray had warned about the city being full of cutthroats, so that's a thing.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So it's
Oh.
probably good that we
I'm
ran
on my
into Ray
own right
first.
now.
Yeah. Be careful.
You got sugar daddies, so
I do. They would be devastated if they lost me.
Oh.
Are we sure that it's a sugar daddy? Are we
Sugar
sure the
parent.
gender of the sugar?
glucose guardian.
Glucose guardian.
It works.
I was basically like, what gender? And PK was like, all of them.
Nice.
You know what? Fair enough. Haven't
I was like, you know what? Yeah.
Sugar daddy is applicable because it's the one that is easiest to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I was imagining them as like a sugar daddy, or mommy, or guardian.
Mommy. I'm sorry,
Look,
mommy.
I think it would be very funny. Perhaps not a good idea and not directly well investigated.
Guardian.
But for Danella and Aya to go like wandering as it's starting to get dark, I think would be so funny because I would love to be the idiot who tried to mug them. Well, I would love to see the idiot who tried to mug them.
Yes.
Hello.
Bap.
Hello.
Hi, PK.
Whoa!
Who's
I had a
getting
cat, and then I didn't turn my camera off.
I
You're
am
getting
discussing that I think it would be very funny if Aya and Danella went out on the town when it was dark, because I'd love to see the idiot who tried to mug them.
That would be iconic. Astrus, I'm obsessed with the hair.
Oh yeah, it's
It
very
looks
good hair.
so good.
Literally such a vibe. I also loving the classic game shirt. What a
Yeah,
classic.
that's the shirt.
Yeah,
guys.
I had to explain it to
Not
my
test
mom
that
and my
one.
older sister last night.
Oh no.
Nice. I also had to. We also own that shirt, and we also had to explain it to our mom.
My sister was like, "Wait, what does that say?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. That's what it's supposed to say."
Yeah, just the most clever shirt. God bless.
So fucking good. Especially if you wear fucking open zip-up hoodies all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
It's the best.
Where did the cat go?
I've heard the same effect
where
is
the cat
achieved with backpack straps.
Yeah!
Yeah, that tracks.
That's
God.
dangerous if you wear it to school.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Unless you're maybe a college student, then it might be okay.
Well, yeah,
But
but
then,
I'm
like,
thinking
once you
like
see the
high
shirt,
school.
Yeah,
what-
exactly.
But like, once you see the shirt, what are they gonna do? It says, it doesn't say anything on ass.
They'll make you wear one of those the really cheesy baggy ones, and they'll make you wear it. I've seen people do that in my school before when
I
I
would
was younger.
simply say no.
And have fun getting sent.
Mhm.
God.
I said have fun getting sent home.
Yeah, they would do
It's
that
fine.
too.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, they would.
Fucking American schools, we love it here.
Yeah.
Smile.
What Jasper ended your woe?
I just want to apologize for naming this particular guy Jasper. But know that it was intentional, but I don't want to slander Jasper the cat's intelligence when you do meet this NPC.
God.
So just keep that
Also-
in mind.
Hold on, I'm gonna rotate Fawn so that I can show. Come on.
She's
Come on.
so good.
Look at her little
She
paw.
is so good, and look at the tongue.
Oh, she's so
Aw.
harassed.
She's
So pretty.
comfy.
Oh
Become
my God.
harassed. She puts up with you.
Yes, I am harassing her.
I love harassment.
She's just looking around. Oh, is she squeak.
She's
Oh dang, this server doesn't. So my other server has this button where if I push, it'll be a little smiley face button. If I just push it, I can just spam smileys in chat. Like you guys can see it in the little video screen. This server does not have that.
Kiwi.
Where's Harasper?
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna let you run away in just a second, but I wanted to let you be witnessed by your adoring fans.
She needed to be witnessed.
I love her
Oh,
little
she's
beak.
weak again.
Oh, she's so. Oh.
Yes, I'm letting you go.
Harassed.
It's
It is time for
free.
escape.
Harassed.
God bless. Shout out to Harasper. Is Astrus all caught up on the OSHA legacy and
Yes.
the new progressive legacy?
Yes.
Excellent. You guys are led to Handrus Mudspin's office, which is covered in papers. It's the sort of office that has been clearly like turned over once or twice already, presumably by law enforcement. But there's papers and things in drawers and on the desk and on shelves and several books and just a lot going on in this office. It's very cluttered. And Urim is just, let me know what you need. If I can help. I know it's a bit of a mess in here. If there's something you're looking for that isn't here, sorry to say, cops probably have it.
Understood. Thank you.
That'll be fun trying to convince them with a couple of things, but we'll. Thank you.
Of course.
So would like to listen, please.
Go ahead and listen.
Because I'm much better with doing that than
and
Yeah.
I would
perceiving.
I like to poke through all the stuff to locate anything the cops may have missed, or anything that pertains to the case, or anything that could point to anything shady. Just looking for things that would be useful.
So you're looking for the following things. Number 1, things pertaining to the fact that this man was found dead, and number 2, things pertaining to whether or not he was sus. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What is everybody else? Skylar, make a perception. Soot, make a listen. What's everybody else
Jesus
doing?
Christ.
I was having a look actually at the window and sort of access near the window, particularly from her kind of point of view.
Okay. I will specify the office was not where he died.
Okay.
He was found dead in his home.
Okay, so in that case, there's probably not much that Aya can help with here. She'll help to look for things, but she doesn't know exactly what we're looking for. So,
Okay.
I would like to go find Rosie.
All right. So I will address the listen check first, and I'm gonna say this part out loud because somebody in your headset says, "I can't believe that that's worked twice."
I think Soot chokes a little bit at that choke, or at least tries to choke down the laugh, but can't help himself a little bit.
And I'll type one other thing that you
Okay.
get. 26 too, everything's that you get.
Does my fucking Wi-Fi shut itself? Is that what's going on?
I hear you.
Right there, I do.
You're not crunchy, you're okay.
Roll20 is just saying connection to the server has been interrupted.
Oh no. Well, at least you have Discord rights for now.
Yeah. Oh god. I am delighted that this has worked twice.
It's very good.
What legends?
if we can do this right, we can do it several more times in the length of this campaign.
I desperately want us to do it several more times because I desperately want people to get together and compare notes at some point and go, hey, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know it's not gonna happen because the fucking Moncellos are arrested for 2 counts of murder as well as, like, aggravated kidnapping and shit.
And
but I love the idea of Rebella Moncello is somehow speaking to this group and going, yes, there was this that happened.
God.
No shit.
End of the campaign, we're gonna end up fucking, like, arrested for impersonating governmental officials.
Not if they can't catch us first.
Right? Yeah. No, by that point we'll be too powerful for them to charge us for those crimes. Maybe. If we live long enough.
Listen, the cops can't arrest you if they can't catch you.
Well, they're gonna have a lot of problems with Sip because he's got a lot of dogs. Or he will in the end.
Dog.
Skylar with 27. This office has been picked through pretty well. There is nothing immediately in terms of correspondence beyond a letter that, reading it, does seem to be from Navi. It's one of the more recent ones on a stack of letters, and as you skim through it, you catch her signature, or what you presume to be her signature. You can't really make out what last name she signed it with, but it is signed Navi something. And it does say, basically, just that she is planning to visit. She wants to catch up and talk about old times, and is excited to see him again. And this is dated from about a month and a half ago.
And does that line up with everything Navi had told us before about her correspondence with him, or?
Yeah, she'd specifically mentioned to you all that nothing in her correspondence she thinks could have indicated how important this visit was to her, or made Handris a target on her account, and she wasn't specific about her reasons for going. And that all lines up with this letter, and it probably a month and a half ago is when it would have had to been sent for her to then get a reply, and then make her plans to travel, find him dead, and come back. So it all makes sense in terms of timeline. Otherwise, you do find, as you're digging, a couple instances of, number one, perhaps most interesting to you, you do find a letter that appears to be from one Detective Lachlan Locke. It's at least 2 years old, but it is merely asking for Mr. Mudspin's opinion on an unusual case that he'd encountered, in these past 2 years, an unusual death, I should say. And it is in the style your father tends to write. Rather impersonal, straight to the point, direct. Not a lot of room for pleasantries or hope you're well or any of that. It is merely relaying interesting facts of a case and asking for an opinion. But it's not a case that you ever spoke about with your father, so the details aren't immediately recognizable to you. But it seems they had kept in touch, at least in some capacity, at least until maybe 2 years ago. You do also...
Go ahead.
You do also find a letter that is signed only with the letter A. And the only thing that strikes you about it, it is completely mundane. It is talking about some kind of transaction, some perhaps quarrel with goods that Mr. Mudspin received and complained about, or something of the sort. It's a very everyday, ineffectual, boring letter. It's signed only with the letter A, and that's a little odd to you. Just because it feels like this is such a regular, everyday piece of correspondence, like, but not as if it's one between close friends.
Yeah.
More that it's these people are interacting in some manner of routine business, and typically you would expect to see a full signature with that. In addition to the letter A, there is sort of a looping doodle in the bottom right corner of the page that almost looks like somebody had been scrawling their pen just to test to make sure that it was a good quill. And it's sort of 3 semi-overlapping circles. If you direct your attention to the top left corner of the landing page.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is sort of the gist
And
of that scroll.
I don't recognize that symbol, right?
Not immediately, no.
Okay. Can I roll for that, or?
Go ahead and make a knowledge local.
Oh, and there's a bloodstain right next to him. On the landing page. And there's a bloodstain right under the quill.
Not as good, but what's my thing? Let's see. 9 plus 19.
19. Okay. It's not something that pings for you. You feel like it almost should. It feels very related to you. It feels like all of this should be fitting together. Something's not clicking though. It's these circles to you clearly are a mark of some kind, and you reread the letter and you're not familiar with Thieves' Cant, but you almost wonder if there's a hidden message of some kind encrypted within this letter because it seems so ordinary, so mundane.
Yeah.
And there's the single A and the symbols. It does make you think something else. But you're not sure. You don't know.
Yeah, I think part of what's bothering them is like, wow, my dad literally never corresponds with me. Why doesn't my dad ask me about about my opinions on his cases? And
this is a longer letter that you remember receiving from your father in years.
Yeah, so they're just very happy about it and probably can't concentrate. And
Yeah.
so they stuff the letters into their coat pocket. Yeah.
Skylar, no daddy issues.
Daddy issues to the map.
Yeah, I mean, so many daddy issues.
Imagine having daddy issues. Could be Skylar. But you, yeah, that's what you find in the office. Soot has listened. Victor was going to find Rosie.
Yeah.
All right. You end up being led, if you ask, if you ask Urim, he will lead you to the back, and says, Rosie's probably working right now, but she's fine to talk while she's working. Just, keep in mind if you're not comfortable around, you know what we do here, so.
I do.
And he lets you into a room, and indeed, first thing you notice is that there's a corpse on a table. The second thing you notice is that a very, very, very tall woman, must be 6'5" minimum, with almost sort of craggy skin, like it seems almost rocky in its texture, and no hair to speak of, wearing a lab coat over a sensible pair of trousers and closed-toed shoes, because we respect lab safety in this bitch, is who you presume to be Rosie.
There's a little homosexual.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be normal about it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Morning.
Morning.
My name is Rilla. I'm with Progressive. I'm an life insurance claims inspector. Not inspector, investigator, sorry.
All right.
Had a couple questions for you, if you don't mind.
About
the death of Mr. Mudspin.
Oh. Of course. Yeah.
Sorry about your loss.
Appreciate it.
But, well.
Sorry, you don't mind if I...
No, go for it.
All right. She is placing a chisel against the sternum of this body and bringing a hammer down on it.
Oh!
Nice!
Oh boy!
Victor is normal?
Are
He's
you?
really paying attention to you. Just also paying attention to this.
Oh, to be in Victor's shoes right now.
Victor is less homosexual than I think you think she's being right now.
I think that's more of a yikes reaction rather than a homosexual one.
We are
crucially still homosexuality. However,
like, oh, that's a hot, scary lady. Emphasis on the scary.
Yeah. No, it's not even the lady. It's okay. We're cracking a rib cage. Okay. Sorry.
No, I can work on something else if this is bothersome.
No, it's fine.
It'll only just take me a minute to finish this part.
Just startled me a minute. You'll forgive me. I'm not usually I don't usually take interviews. So someone else might be by to ask some other questions. But first things first, we're having a little bit of trouble with the police department. and was told that you actually had Mr. Mudspin's spare key to his home.
That's right.
If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to arrange a time for myself and some other investigators to possibly take a look at his home.
Yeah, sure, if that's what you need. She sets her chisel down. And the hammer. Goes for a scalpel.
Greatly appreciated. I won't ask you to leave work, but sometime this evening? Perhaps.
Yeah, that's fine. Sure, this evening works.
Excellent. I spoke to your coworker Urim a moment ago about a few business associations Mr. Mudspin had through his work. Seeing as you seem to have been Mr. Mudspin's assistant, I was wondering if maybe you were aware of any more social or interpersonal connections Mr. Mudspin had that would be of relevant interest. You'll have to forgive me. I'm sure I'm asking similar questions than the police did, but you know how this works. We have to do our own secondary investigation.
I'm well and truly familiar with bureaucracy, ma'am.
I know, but
she frowns down at the body for a second, puts her scalpel down, and reaches in and just sort of pulls something, and then nods and picks up her scalpel again. And then, I mean, same as I told them, Mr. Mudspin didn't really have a thriving social life outside of work, as far as I was aware. You know, 4 of us would go out for drinks or have dinner, cook dinner for each other some weeks, you know, sort of. But he never gave the impression, he didn't have many friends in town, certainly. Had an awful lot of, you know, people he knew through work, talked to for work. But never really talked about anybody he just sort of spent time with on the regular, I guess. And
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Any of these individuals, or any sort of any regular sort of places he would frequent, any taverns, any restaurants, any other forms of business, tailor shop, butchery, anything that you can recall?
Well, he shopped at my daddy's butcher shop. So, you know, we'd see him in there pretty frequently. He liked the Union for food. Union down on Carper Street.
Yes, another place, thank you. Your father's butchery, where would that be located?
Oh, that's just a few blocks due south of here.
Lovely.
You can't miss it. It's got you can't miss it. You'll see it.
Appreciate it. I'm sure it's nothing, but she kind of gives that look of like, you know, investigators, like things, document fucking everything.
Yeah, I know. I had to do this whole thing twice now, so I get it. But
twice?
Yeah. The first when the police needed to talk about it, the second when the Grand Duchess's people came by to talk.
The Grand Duchess's people came by.
Yeah.
How long ago?
Must have been a week ago.
Week ago. Can you
Maybe
remember
a week and a half.
Can you remember any specific names?
There was. Shoot, most of them didn't give their names. But the one gentleman with the big, fancy get up and all that, he was. Oh, it started with an M. Marius? What was his last name? Shoot. Marius, Albrecht. Albrecht, that must have been it. Yeah, that was him.
Can I do like a quick knowledge local?
Yeah, of course.
On this name?
Yes, and I'll put it in the chat as well.
Excellent. 18?
18. Marius Albrecht. Captain Marius Albrecht is, you're pretty sure, with the context of it being with the Grand Duchess's people, you're pretty sure Marius Albrecht is the captain of the Grand Duchess's personal guard.
Okay.
That's all you get with a 19.
That's fine. Ah, yes, Captain Albrecht. Sorry, when, we always have to coordinate with official offices when we do these sorts of things.
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't aware that...
was rude.
No, it's fine. I just wasn't aware that the Duchess's people were involved, so I really appreciate that. She kind of, like, the kind of vibe I think she's trying to give is the, like, I appreciate that. I appreciate you telling me. My life just got 6 times worse.
Mm-hmm. Make me another bluff check for Rosie specifically.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now that's good. Dirty 20.
Okay, good to know. Rosie does just... I'm sure it's just all a hassle. It makes you feel better. It's a hassle for us too.
I really wish for all of our sakes it wasn't so much hassle.
Yeah, I really wish for all of our sakes that the damn fool hadn't gone and died.
Again, I'm sorry.
It's alright. Not like it was you.
No. Be a little interesting if it was, I would say.
It'd be pretty damn bold if I do say so myself.
Sorry, bad joke.
I'm sure you have to make a lot of bad jokes in your profession.
Yes, well, dealing with the hassle and the topic is why I get paid the way I do, so.
Well, I hope for your sake you are paid better than a mortician's assistant.
Well, I appreciate that. Again, I don't do the direct interviews myself much anymore, so I'm sure someone will be by a bit later for if there's any more questions. I appreciate you taking the time. I'll let you get back to your work.
What? You don't want to stick around and watch?
Well, I tend to read. No, it's all right. If I had the stomach for that sort of thing, I would have gone into your profession.
Yeah, plenty of people don't have the stomach, nor the strength.
Well, I've got something akin to the strength, but sorry.
She's looking at you in a little bit of a way.
What kind of way?
Well, you can make a sense motive check. I'm going to describe the fact that when you make eye contact with her, her eyes are like crystals set into her face. There's no sclera, there's no pupil. It's just, it looks like there are amethysts where her eyes should be.
24, sorry.
24.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a bit of a discerning look on her face, like she's trying to figure something about you out.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, I'll let you get back to it. I'm sure my compatriots are having a lovely time trying to pick through the remains of a police investigation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A lot of them had a lot of opinions about how Mr. Mudspin's body should be handled. Notably, no medical examiner weighed in on those opinions. Just police. So, good luck with yours. I'm sure it's just as frustrating as mine.
Tight-lipped smile.
She goes back to her work.
Victor is leaving.
Okay.
I love Rosie.
What is everybody else doing? How about Fern, Danela, and Aya?
I'm not entirely sure what Aya's doing, because, I mean, she could rummage through paperwork, but I don't think her odds of getting anything, unless Skylar is specifically, like, giving a, this, and this is the kind of thing we're looking for.
No, Skylar went straight to work and forgot people were there with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fern,
So I'm
Danela?
actually...
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Joe. I'm just, if anybody's doing anything specific, I want to get to that, and then if nobody is, we can carry on.
Nothing specific I can think of right now.
All right.
She's not really an investigator.
Fair enough.
Could Soot just, like, he wants to skim and see if there's any names that he recognizes in documents, or anything.
Make a perception check.
He might as well. He's still got his stupid listening thing going, but, we'll have to see.
The voices are being a little sarcastic in your ear right now, but it doesn't seem directed at you.
That's fair. Okay, this was a...
I am fascinated by the drama that goes on with the voices.
Oh, they're just lovely and all the time. What check was this again?
Perception.
Perception. Oh goody, I have no bonus, but that's still a 16.
16. You're not immediately seeing any names you recognize. We are a fair bit away from your home, but you do notice, like, it looks like there are a lot of places where correspondence has likely been confiscated and documents have been confiscated. It looks like a lot has been taken from this room, not just turned upside down. You expect, like, the police were, like, tearing it up for evidence.
Not Not for the first time I thought the police are fucking stupid. Why do they have to take everything? He's just, like, grumbling to himself as he's, like, figuring this out. Just doing their job, they say. They still make a fucking mess of everything. That's all he does, I think.
Yeah. Adder quietly suggests in your ear that you guys should fight cops for fun.
Oh, I'm sure we could do that. If they give us a reason.
Here's the thing, the voice is right. We just have to be aware of the consequences.
That was just Adder saying that.
That's voice of Adder, which is yes, also.
Oh.
He's got many a voice.
Considering insurance agent is not going to run with the cops, we might have to.
Yeah.
I want to punch a cop.
I want
Although
to punch
in Aya's case, it's gonna be kick a cop.
God.
And Skylar will have deniability.
If you guys, is there anything else that you would like to do in this particular locale?
No.
Did we get an idea of where the other person was located? Did we get that information from the receptionist about where they were?
You did get an address for Jasper.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Thank you. That was all.
You at no point have gotten a job title for Jasper. You know that Urim is the receptionist / clerical side of things. You know, Rosie was Huntress's apprentice. Nobody's told you what Jasper does here.
Well,
but probably does something.
Surely. We'll have to see later.
Oh.
Baby boy.
Baby boy.
Baby boy.
He's trying to sleep on the keyboard. That is not allowed, little man.
Oh, little man.
Dad.
He's so orange.
Also, I'm assuming this office is on, like, ground floor.
God,
It is, yes.
Come back.
Okay. Unfortunately, Aya is giving me unhinged desire to drop out of a upper story window energy. And I'm like, really?
You might have to wait on that front.
Yeah, absolutely fine.
No, she just yeets herself for fun.
We'll find the dramatic moment for you, Aya.
I believe in the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are able to depart from this place. You're on the town again.
Where would we like to stop first? Jasper or police department?
I mean, I am a big believer in only talk to cops if you're the ones paying them. So perhaps I should not be there for the police department.
Well, that's a smart thing to say, I'd say. Did you find out anything?
This just in, Aaron was anti-cop.
Well, so they aren't really. This case has nothing to do with them, I guess. So until we are done, until we find out who did, well, the murder, we should probably just, leave them out of it for now. They will only get in the way.
Sure, but they also do have documents that are missing. That might be important. I'm not saying that we necessarily have to work with them. We just need the documents.
Well, we could do another one of Victor's scams.
Oh, if you're not a detective? Won't they listen to you in theory?
I mean, but yeah, I guess I would have to get them involved in this case, though. And okay, yeah, I can just requisition the forms, I guess.
You all
so
get
it
the
sounds
sense.
like we're not talking to cops. Okay.
Yeah, You all get the sense
That
that
is
Skylar
Aya.
requisitioning the forms would be such a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
So
I
we're not
mean-
bothering with the cops. Got it. Wanted to make sure we were on that page.
I mean, there is always the option of stealing documents, but I don't really want to chance that unless we have to. So, whatever.
Victor, when Victor returns, will let the party know she's discovered the identity and the location of the butcher in question.
Cool. Man, I'm just thinking about the fact that one of them's at a coroner doing autopsies and or prepping bodies for burial, and the other one's a butcher. That must have helped, I'm sure, growing up with that and then her line of work.
It runs in the family.
Yeah. Good for her.
All right. Where are you guys headed?
PK, legally, some of this is a joke, but mostly the level of intensity.
I assume we're gonna go
Sure.
to the butcher first, since we've got the information from, Dang it. You know what I mean. I yawned in the middle of it. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
From Victor. Jesus.
And also the dude who was trying to, out of character, the dude who was trying to break into Skylar's room very specifically directed you to the butcher, so...
Yeah.
It's a weird misdirect if it is one.
I don't think we're gonna meet him there, so...
You guys can head to the butcher. Rosie had said a few blocks due south.
Mm-hmm.
You'll know it when you see it. It is in a lineup of buildings constructed of brick and wood, the only building constructed of ornately carven stone, with a crystalline sign of red crystal labeling it the Rosin Butchery.
Oh, interesting. Well, that's a lot more fancy than I was thinking. A butchery?
And you go inside, and there's the little chime of things.
Soot does kind of relay what this thing looks like to Adder, at least for his sake.
Adder's a little like, oh, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
For a butcher?
Yeah.
Alright, sure. Why not? You guys can head inside. There's meat there.
They
I'm
have
sure.
the meats.
They have the meats. One thing you can say about them.
God.
I think Aya might not go in for this conversation. One, she's not going to be particularly helpful in the conversation, and two...
Poultry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. That they'd still be her brethren on those walls.
Yeah.
And also it feels just weird walking into a place that's full of dressed meat. Like, that's just, that is a weird experience if you do not have...
Yeah.
Fair enough. The party sans Aya can enter the butchery.
Yes, peas.
There's meat there.
Enter.
There sure
There's-
is meat there.
There's meat there. There's chimes when you walk in.
Nice.
On the inside, apart from the material of the walls, it does just look like a regular ass butcher shop.
Weird.
Victor, you instantly, of the two guys behind the counter, you instantly identify Rosie's father, because he also looks like he's made out of craggy stone.
Yo.
And his eyes are also crystalline, although his are a sort of dull yellow.
So cool.
And he is also, crucially, nearly 7 feet tall.
Yo.
He looks up, waves at you all. Be with you in just a moment. Goes back to speaking to a customer and doing some stuff with some meat.
It is not, Ray, is it?
The customer is not right now.
Excellent. Okay. Would have been funny, though.
Would have been funny. Customer gets their meat, leaves. This guy, looks up. How can I help you?
Victor will step up to the counter. I presume this is Rosie's father that is speaking?
Yeah, this is Rosie's father. The other guy is sort of running back and forth between the back and the front, like getting stuff, paper, twine,
Nice.
Sorry.
doing tasks, just like in Amogus.
It's like
I
an
love task.
Hello there, Mr. Rosen.
That's me. How can I help you?
Hi, my name is Rilla. I'm with Progressive. I am investigating a life insurance claim, and while I am sure this won't take much of your time, I do have to check every possible connection.
This about old Mudspin?
Yes. I'm sorry.
It's alright. Rosie was closer with him than I was. I'm sure you've already talked to Rosie.
Yes. We were told, though, that he often came here for, well, I presume butchered meats.
Well, I can't think of what else he might get here.
Can I make a sense motive, please?
Yeah, you can make a sense motive. Make me a bluff as well for this guy.
Okay. Bluff is going to be a 26.
Nice.
Good to know.
Sense motive is going to be a 16.
16. He was sort of trying to make, the ha-ha funny joke of like, yeah, we are in a butcher shop. It'd be weird if he was coming here to shop for like non-butchered meats or like not meat. That would be weird. He was trying to be a little bit funny.
A dad joke, if you will.
A dad joke, if you will. He wasn't trying to be like obviously he wasn't trying to be sus. You don't get the vibe that he was sus about it.
Okay. I am also, I don't know, acting as distraction to like do a listen or anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what we're doing in this butcher shop right now.
Yeah,
I don't either.
I think it's mostly just vibes. I definitely can try and listen here.
Go ahead and listen.
Yeah.
Mr. Rosen does like.
Okay.
I mean, he came in pretty regularly. He was a man who liked a fair bit of pork, I'll tell you that much. Mostly he came in to chat with Rosie when she was around. And so happy to be picking up, bacon or what have you on his way. But, I wasn't too close to him. He was a good friend to Rosie, though. It was, frankly, it's been a bit of a shock not have him part of the weekly routine, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know if you've been approached by any other investigative force, but I was wondering maybe if he came back immediately preceding his death. Not within like an hour or anything, but in the days leading up.
I think it must have been the day before. Yeah. He'd come in, got as usual. Sort of, people come in as they do, sort of for their routine and get what they need for a period of time.
Yes, of course. Do you remember anything being off about him then, if he was here the day before?
Frankly, no. I mean, came in. We started getting his stuff ready. Rosie was here that day. Stopped and chatted with her for a bit. It was a Saturday. No, it was a Friday. And, well, no, shoot, might's not have been a Friday. Thursday, I guess. Whichever it was. It was later in the week. So, you know, Rosie tends to be by more later in the week than she does at the start of the week. And, you know, had a couple of the folks in here he chatted with. He usually does. Chatted with Rosie. Chatted with the other customers. You know, he's a genial fella. But not nothing that made me think, oh well, this is my last time seeing Mr. Mudspin.
Yes, I'm sorry for that loss. Appreciated. Again, I figured it would be, you know, but
Yeah, I get it. You gotta do all sorts of shit for these things.
the other fellow that's running around.
Yeah.
Can I get a vibe on him?
Yeah. First of all, this guy is probably human. If he's got anything else going on, it's subtle. Got dark skin, dark hair. He looks very focused on his task. If you want to make a sense motive, you can.
Yes, please. That's worse. 14.
14. This guy's doing a fucking task, my guy.
Okay.
He's doing his task. He seems like he's listening because he occasionally turns like his head to like listen better, but it doesn't seem like he's listening like ooh, what's going on with the boss. It's more like boss is conversing with people. I'm doing my task. Boss still conversing? I'm still doing my task.
Okay.
It does seem like he is an employee of some sort who is, you know, subordinate to Mr. Rosin.
Nonce. Again, thank you for your time. Sorry for, bothering you in the middle of the workday.
No worries. So as you are scouting for worthy meats, he does notice and just like, you look like you might be looking to be a customer in addition to an investigator. What can I get you set up with today?
Well, I got quite of a hungry dog, and I think he deserves a good treat. Soot did roll for listen and got a 22, by the way.
Oh, right, the listen, I'm so sorry.
You're good, I didn't want to interrupt, so.
Yeah, okay.
Matchbox get meat from proper butcher.
He's gonna be so happy.
He's gonna tippy tap so much.
Matchbox is just a little guy.
He's just a little guy. I love you. He's my good boy.
This would have happened during the conversation with
Yes.
Victor, by the way.
Yes.
And Mr. Rosin sets you up with some tasty, tasty beef heart snacks for your boy.
Excellent. How much do I owe?
I don't know. Give me a silver. I don't know how much
cool.
things cost.
That's fine. Some hearts. What type of hearts?
Beef heart. Just chunks of beef heart.
Cool.
Ooh.
Beef heart
tasty for a dog.
That's very tasty for a dog.
Very tasty for a dog.
Oh my god, my character sheet. Why do you do this to me?
Because it hates you.
Yeah, I was trying to mark off a silver and I was like, no, you don't get to do that. Okay. Okay. Once he's got his beef heart chunks, I suppose everybody's either waited for him or is already out the door. But he will buy them things and thank the man for his hospitality, I suppose.
Not a problem. Place of
And-
business.
Appreciate it.
Good luck with your everything.
Thank you. I hope that nobody else comes around and bothers you.
One can only hope. You've been the first to come all the way out this way. Most people stop at Rosie, but in terms of investigating, I should mean. But
cover all the bases.
Yeah, I appreciate the thoroughness. If nothing else, you have a nice day now.
So we'll nod and kind of go after the rest of you, and when we are sufficiently either out or away, we'll just mutter, I think maybe the customers are who we're looking for, the ones that he talked to on the day. Something tells me that that's important. I don't know if we should go back and ask him about it, but I wasn't sure if saying that aloud would seem suspicious. I don't know. We could always ask Rosie. He said she was there, right?
He did say that, yes.
So if you don't think we should, if you think we should talk to them, maybe we can do that. You've all proven yourselves quite insightful these past few adventures. Once we are back at the inn, there is a few things I would like to show you guys, as far as what was left behind in the investigation.
Subtle nod and just kind of like he'll look at Victor and just be like, "Would you like to go back, or do you want to just keep going?"
I mean, I arranged with Rosie to be back in the evening, to gain access to Mudspin's home. So, however we do anything else is fine.
Alright, I suppose we can just wait.
What sort of time of day does it look like?
You guys got a fairly early start on this project. But probably 11:30.
So we can go and try to talk to the other employee, or we can diverge for a few hours and then reconvene for this evening.
I think it would be good to talk with the employee. Just get down all the people first, and then maybe it'll lead us to new stuff. Or at least that's my line of thinking.
So, sort of a look at Victor and Skylar being the ones who kind of know how to spearhead this kind of nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the clues we have so far are potentially Skylar's letter, the customers that were there that day, and what else?
You still have one employee of the mortuary to speak to.
Yep,
That's
Jasper.
true.
Jasper, whoever that is.
Yeah, that's right. So why don't we go and talk to Jasper, the other employee that we have not spoken with yet, and from there we can decide where to go next.
Right. I got plenty of time in the day, so might as well.
You guys can head to the address provided to you by Urim. And it takes you to a sort of apartment complex type place. You have an apartment number. You can easily head up and knock on the door. if that is what you would like to do.
Yeah.
You know in movies how like there's always that thing like where you can like see an eye through a peephole?
Yeah.
And it's like that shot of like, just the eye. And then the
Yeah.
eye goes away, and then the door opens, like...
Oh, you're talking about, like, through the like, chain? The deadbolt
Yeah,
thing?
like, just, but no, through the peephole in the door, like, you can see, like, the magnified, like, eye.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
God.
So you see a giant yellow eye for a second.
God.
And then it pulls away. And then the door opens. And there's a pretty short, maybe 5 feet tall, human man
Nice.
with yellow eyes, with not quite round pupils, and hair sort of, hold on, I'm just gonna turn camera on for this particular moment.
Excellent.
Hair that's sort of
PK,
like...
I am making eyes.
Hair that's sort of like in the front, like combed down, like just like eyebrow level.
Yeah.
You're not sure if this person has eyebrows. And shaved on the sides with like some areas that are sort of shaved deeper than others to make some kind of a pattern. You're not sure if there's rhyme or reason to it. And they're standing there for a sec. Who's in front? Who knocked on the door?
I think it was
Skylar.
yeah, probably Victor or Skylar.
Yeah, I'll say
Is
Skylar will
everybody
have.
there?
Yeah,
Or-
everybody's there.
Okay.
This person looks at you. Hello.
Hello. Do you happen to be Jasper by chance?
Yes, that's my name.
Oh my god.
I love
that. Oh my god.
This
PK, I
person...
have sent you a question, but Aya is...
This person...
Is this who I think this is?
Oh, it is. This person, in fact, sort of is looking around at all of you, and their eyes alight on Aya, and they... Aya!
Jasper's not what you're going by now.
Yes, it's my new name. Do you like it?
Incredible!
I like
Picked it
it.
yourself.
I did, Jasper.
It's got a very good sound and a very good rhythm to it.
Jasper, yes. That's my new name. Hi, Aya. Come in.
Oh.
And he's waving you into his apartment. The floor of this apartment is covered in sand.
Oh my god.
I love him.
Oh
I love this creature.
That
Sad.
Yeah, Aya is walking in just completely.
Sure.
You have friends.
Yes, we've been traveling together. My wanderings took me. She remembers directions, I fucking don't.
Yeah. Are they all?
No, as far as I can tell, they've all been person-shaped their whole lives.
Oh, that's a shame.
There's a bit of a slight look at soot out of the side of the eye. Like, actually, I'm not entirely sure, but...
Are you saying this all in common?
Yes!
So, cocks his head a little bit when you look at him.
It's just a slight little bit from the side, just like... I'm not quite as sure, but everyone else gives me... nobody else gives me vibes of would fit in quite as well.
God.
And I say that complimentary, but
we
she's
love
not saying
that.
it. She's.
It's the implied the eyes.
Do they all have names?
I'd be
Yes, these are. I will introduce, sort of giving a pause for Victor at least to give a pseudonym if she's going to. But
I think everyone can see like math occurring in her head real fast.
everyone except this man, because I need you to understand that this man just has two thoughts to rub together, and none of them are.
God.
That's fine.
But so like, Soot, Ada, Fern, Skylar, Donella, and then just a second of a pause to give Victor a chance to choose a pseudonym. She's pointing at the respective people with the fan.
I think most folks around here call me Rilla.
They give a thumbs up, and then they turn to Aya and they're like, "Do you know this one?"
Yeah, I learned it recently. she is gonna thumbs up just in turn, just as much in turn.
It's good. You're here, Aya.
God.
She sort of realizes, context for the rest of you, Jasper and I are part of the same support group.
Ah, so you're just recently person-shaped. That makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
So, what is your original shape, if I might ask? Is that rude?
I don't know, Aya, is that rude?
I don't consider it rude. Some of our friends might. I don't. I've been upfront about them with the fact that I'm a crane.
I'm a lizard.
Oh,
that makes so much sense.
No, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Internally, they're just like, yeah, that makes sense.
Character, do y'all want to know specifically what kind of lizard?
Yes.
I'm gonna give you a hint to start with. The more you look at them, the more you like. The inside of that mouth is not the right color, and the more they open their mouth, the more you're like, "That's blue."
Blue tongue skink.
Yes.
Oh, I love
Wow.
it. Nice.
I love them so much. Oh my god.
I adore them.
Ah, beloved.
One of Australia's not fucked up and evil animals.
No. Just a little guy. Literally
You are adorable.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yes, no, I'm rather fond of this one.
I thank you. It's. Do you want some things to drink?
Would I have a sense of what Jasper considers appropriate things to drink?
You're guessing probably water. You're just not sure how it might be delivered.
Okay, that's.
I'm imagining bowls.
Yeah.
If you say yes to the drink, you're getting water in a bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aya is perfectly willing to. Yes, please.
They get bowls of water for everybody.
Yeah.
Best
Skylar says,
drinking receptacle.
Hold their bowl.
thank you very much. Just lifts the bowl and starts sipping it that way.
God.
This little guy. I am so glad I handed you this little guy.
It's his little baby.
Oh, no, you see, you've got thumbs there. You can. Okay, never mind. There you go. Yeah.
No, he's got it. He's got it.
Yeah, he's got it. There you go.
We were actually here. I'm surprised it's you. If I'd known you were here, I would have done a more social visit. This is actually, we're looking into, and I have lost the dude's name.
Handress Mudspin.
we're looking into the mortician's demise, and apparently you're on the employee roster. Well done.
Yeah, I work there.
She nods like this makes perfect sense and gives him a thumbs up.
What do you do there?
Oh, I do work.
Oh, he does work there. Well, they do. What are your what are your pronouns if you have them? Oh no, you're a lizard. Never mind. Never mind.
We never got official pronouns. We kind of use he, him, but honestly, I'm pretty sure any pronouns work. None of us really had a concept of pronouns.
Just thumbs up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, PK, I love this so much.
Sid's just gonna lean over to Adder and be like, I really like this one.
What was that? I know it's to Adder, but I didn't hear what you said.
Sid basically leans over to Adder and just says, I really like this one.
Adder just... I like the energy. It's fun. It's interesting.
Skylar likes him because he reminds them of their turtle. So...
Big turtle energy.
So yes, this is a creature, much like my creature.
Oh my god, the expressions you make, PK.
I know, PK.
Yeah,
Oh my
I love the
god.
expressions you're making.
I'm dying. Oh my god.
Imagine the first day this guy figured out he had thumbs. That must have been wild.
Mind-blowing experience, I gotta say.
At least they were in a slightly better position than some, because like lizards do sort of grab with their feet. It's mostly for climbing, but
he did have hands to start with, which means he was in a better position than many. But he's like, I don't know if I'll keep working there because Mr. Mudspin is dead.
Oh yes, no. That's actually why we are here.
But I do work there.
Oh, okay. So, and how many days ago was it that he died, or because we're asking about what he had seen last night, right?
It would have been.
We know it was we know it was about a month and a half ago. That
Yeah.
I think.
No, we know Navi got in touch with him a month and a half ago. About almost 3 weeks ago. You think he died.
So, Jasper, if I might ask, what were you doing on the night that Mr. Mudspin met his end?
I was in the sand.
Like, they're not even gonna try and insight, sense what it is. They're just, yeah, no, that makes sense with everything I know about this lizard.
I was in the sand, and when I came back to work to do work at work, Mr. Mudspin didn't come back to work to do work at work. So Rosie went to go see him to see if he was going to come to do work at work, and then he was dead, so he wasn't going to come in. And then we stopped doing work at work.
Oh, thank you. Was when he came out of the sand, was it just before sunrise, or around noon, or?
I come out of the sand when it's the right temperature.
Oh, so when it was a bit warmer in the day. Okay. When can I ping that around being around the
They actually take you by the sleeve. And pull you over to a specific deeper patch of sand in the apartment. And you see there's just a window that is open. And it is facing due east, so you think probably this gets a lot of sun in the morning.
So at least sometime before 10-ish, right?
Presumably before 10, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so... And when was the last time you saw Mr. Mudspin? What was he doing? Was he behaving oddly?
He was doing work.
Aya makes a face like you've just asked a question that has no context.
Yeah.
He was at work, doing work. He does work. With lots of tools.
Yeah, no, okay.
And he was working, and I was working, and then I was done working, so I came back to be in the sand.
You're just slightly off sync for like your video, slightly off sync for your voice, so it's very funny.
Was he doing his work the way he normally does his work?
You know, was he a bit more jumpy or sluggish?
Or was it just, working doesn't really, didn't really catch anything?
He was working. He uses tools on bodies.
Oh,
like humanoid bodies. Of like person-shaped bodies. I've seen a lot of the insides of bodies. They're very different.
Yes.
But he was doing his work. He cuts things. He uncuts things.
Oh my god, I want to adopt him so bad.
Tyler's like, this is a key witness, but I don't think you're getting anything out of this key witness.
I love this little guy.
Oh my god, PK, just the expressions you're making.
Yeah.
This is 100%
How many lizard videos did you watch to be able to prep for this?
This is natural talent, baby.
Incredible.
PK's just got so much little guy energy in him that it comes
this
out
is
naturally.
why I gave you so many little guys.
It's also the hair.
Yes, absolutely. God.
Aya has a question that is not related to the case, so wants anyone else's important questions to get out of the way first.
I'm trying to think if there was anything else.
You do kind of notice a little bit of like kind of shifting and finding comfy place to stand on the sand and stretch shoulders a little bit. If she still had feathers, she'd be kind of fluffing them and.
I do have a question though for you, dear. Did he mention meeting with anybody after work or anything of the sort, or was it just a normal day of work?
Normal day of work. When we work.
Right.
He doesn't talk to people outside of work. I don't think. Rosie said that to me. Rosie says a lot of things.
Has she said anything interesting about Mudspin to you?
She's very sad. I think I am sad.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that.
But Rosie is very sad. And I don't know if Rosie will keep working. I don't know if I will keep working. I don't know if Rosie will keep working. Rosie was very upset. Lots of people want to talk to Rosie. Not so many people want to talk to me.
Well, that is unfortunate. You're a very nice person.
No, it's great because Rosie doesn't like it when the people talk to her. So I don't think I would like it when the people talk to me. But people talk to me. And then they go to talk to Rosie more.
They're very stressful people who don't know how to interact with people like us.
We were told about the Baroness Pete person, right? That was something.
Yeah, Victor would have. Yeah.
Yeah, the Grand Duchess's guard came to question.
Could we I'd like to ask if you, do you know if there was anybody of, the Grand Duchess people, specifically what the fuck was his name? Hold on. I put it in my notes.
Captain Marius.
Yes. Marinus Albrecht, excuse me.
Rosie said Grand Duchess people came. I don't know which people they were. I don't know what Grand Duchess people are. But Rosie said they came and talked to us. Talked to her. Not many people talk to me.
Can I get a listen? I'm curious.
Yeah, make a listen about it.
Yeah, I want to listen about the little guy, what he's talking about. Okay, that wasn't the best. Damn it.
The little guy is just a little guy.
That's just a 15 listen.
Most of the voices are just talking about how they want to keep it.
Oh, yeah, I think Sid's in the same vein. Oh my gosh. Oh, God. Alright. I feel like he wants to mutter, "You're not very helpful," but then realizes that he's in a room full of people and this would seem like he's talking about the little, lizard friend, and he'd be really sad to say that aloud.
You don't want to be mean to a friend.
Yeah, well, Sit is about to say it out loud and then realizes, oh, they can't hear the voices, and shuts up.
Everyone immediately just, like, citizen arrests you.
Yeah. This is what got him in trouble with the Baroness. Anyways, different Baroness. I think. Anyways.
Oh, just the eyes, PK. Oh my god.
Yeah. I love this little guy.
Does it seem like there's anything else important that we want to hit?
No, but I love him.
In terms of what Jasper can tell you?
Any other plot important questions for Jasper? Because Aya has a personal question.
Ooh.
Well, we know that he works. And that he uses tools and he works.
I would like to ask if this little guy knows a guy named, Ray. And describe him. You're putting your hair back.
I need to grab it for the energy.
About yay big. Ginger hair. Freckles.
I need to make an intelligence check for Jasper to see if he knows.
God,
It would be so funny if he got a nat 20 on this.
Please do well, little man.
What did he get?
And you know what that is? A 0.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I fucking love him so much.
Ray. Have you asked Rosie?
No. Just curious.
You could ask Rosie. Rosie's very, very smart.
I'm sure she is.
I am not.
God.
Sith kind of like looks a little sad for a moment, and just like he kind of. This is a smaller person, right?
Yeah.
He kind of like he doesn't necessarily crouch, but he kind of like leans down a little bit, and it's just like, well, you don't necessarily need to be smart to be smart. I know that doesn't exactly make sense, but I think you're doing well. Sid'll give them a thumbs up also. Sid holds back the urge to ruffle the hair. He's reminded of the children.
So what race is this little guy? What does he look like? I mean,
Visually,
human? If humans had weird, funky yellow eyes with misshapen pupils and a blue tongue?
Uh-huh. Okay. He's trying his best. Okay,
Mostly
basically.
human.
Good for him. I love him.
Aya is going to, since it seems like there's not anything
Yeah.
case
go for
important,
it.
kind of. Do you know if any of our other friends are around? Or is it just the two of us in town at the moment?
I don't know. Princess might be in town. Princess, your familiar Aya, is a nickname.
Yeah. Yeah. Aya thinks about Princess being in town and thinks about the two dykes. And immediately, and Aya's joke, that's gonna be so funny.
God.
Princess is here sometime. So, I don't know if she's here right now.
But she might be, and it might be nice to say hello.
It would be so good to see Princess. Especially with you here, Aya. It's so fun when Aya is here. She turns to the rest of the party and looks and like, it is fun when Aya is here.
Yes, that is
Oh,
fun
yes.
when Aya is here, yes.
Yes.
She little satisfied flutter of the fan.
Aya.
She might not be a peacock, but she is.
I love this little lizard.
Feathers lifted in pleased ruffle.
Aya. But Aya, do any of our friends have you seen?
I haven't yet. I've been a bit too far. I think it's south that we've been.
Yeah, you've been south.
Asking out of character. Bit too far south for anyone. But I'm hoping to head back north and see at least Pierre and Cerise and their kids, and probably. Wait, out of character. Has Jasper ever met Bryn?
Jasper has not met Bryn. Jasper has met Pierre and Cerise, but not the children.
Yeah. Oh, I think you would very much like one of their children. Bryn.
Bryn?
Very quick question out of character. Does Aya know that Bryn was a frog?
Oh, Aya knows Bryn was a frog.
Yeah.
That's the first thing Bryn
was a frog.
You.
Yeah. Bryn was a frog.
A frog?
Yeah.
Wow. I would like Bryn. I hope you get to see them. I don't know how far they are. I've never been to them where they live. They've only been to me where I live. And now I live here, and they've never been here to where I live. I hope you see them soon, and I hope we can see Princess.
Would you like me to come visit again sometime in the next couple of days?
Yes, if you are here. I love when Aya is here.
Oh my god,
and I like seeing you.
Gonna cry.
I love him.
I've had this creature for like 30 minutes, and yet I want to keep him.
I want to keep.
I've had this creature for 30 minutes, and then if anything happened to him, I would kill everyone in this whole room and then myself.
Yeah.
Correct. That's the right interpretation.
I also, this is not a question that it would occur to Aya, but she's not going to ask it, mostly because she's pretty sure Jasper wouldn't know. I kind of want to know how this guy got this apartment.
Yeah,
but Aya's not going to ask.
He is not getting that damage deposit back.
That is the landlord's problem.
That sand is not coming out. Oh my god, your face.
Like, I'd imagine there's a billion, like, bird questions Skylar wants to ask Aya, but, like, they're 99% sure that would be, like, a microaggression or something. And,
But here's the thing. You don't actually know how Aya reacts. Aya has been very blatant about being a bird.
yeah, it's like, it's different when you say you're a bird versus somebody else saying it, right? Like, I can make blind jokes, but if someone made a blind joke at me, you know.
Very fair. Very fair.
The bull.
The bull is a lizard.
I wonder how he eats without his tongue being sticky like it used to be.
Maybe
Very
it's still
poorly. He doesn't do forks. Just gonna let y'all know that. He doesn't know how forks work. He's working on it. He's trying.
Yeah, like he still barely grasps the concept of thumbs, I think. Yeah, that's all they're good for. Thumbs up.
Is there anything else you guys would like to ask Jasper at this juncture? Keeping in mind, Jasper will be here if you need him.
And keep him.
You're gonna have to ask whoever is responsible for him, and you're not sure who that is at this moment.
That's true.
Aya, can we keep him?
Aya, can we keep him? Like, I promised to walk him and feed him.
Make sure he has lots
He's
of
a person.
sand.
You can't keep people.
Well, if he wants to come with. No, we shouldn't endanger
I don't wanna
the little
endanger
guy.
him.
Okay, having to roleplay 70 NPCs.
I don't
No.
want to endanger him.
Exactly,
No.
that's my thought too.
Yeah, he's just a little
He gets
guy.
to stay here in his nice little sand.
Look at them. Look at them with their little bleps.
Yeah. I love this person. Anyways, we should probably leave Jasper alone.
Yeah.
If you want to talk to Rosie, I can show you where Rosie is. If you want to talk to Urim, I can show you where Urim is. If you want to talk to Mr. Mudspin, I can't show you where Mr. Mudspin is.
Oh my
If
god.
you want to talk to Princess, I can't show you where Princess is.
But if I find out Princess is in town, I might ask if she would like to visit.
Yes. It's good. It is good when Aya and Princess are here. God. I miss Princess. I miss Mr. Mudspin.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
It's sad.
I'm sad.
Losing someone you're close to isn't easy.
He gave me a job so I could work.
That's very nice of him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we'll do everything
How
we can
long
to...
have you been in this?
Go ahead.
Don't have fingers anymore. while. Since it was cold, I came here when it was very cold.
Oh, okay.
Now it's not cold anymore.
She gives this total thumbs up.
So, but if you need help, I want to help. If you all need help, I want to help. I like to help. If you need to talk to Rosie or anyone who isn't Mr. Mugspin or Princess.
If we go talk to Rosie again, we might ask if you want to come with us.
I like to talk to Rosie. It is good when Rosie is here. Rosie is very sad. So, I think it is better when there are people talking to Rosie. Because she's very sad.
Heart.
Yeah.
Are you okay with head pats? Because I'm dying to give you a head pat.
Yeah?
I give them a head pat.
Just
a little. Yeah, just a little like head pat. Yeah. I also give a thumbs up.
Well, maybe
Do you want any leaves before you go?
I'm good. No, they're your leaves. You should have them.
Leaves?
Leaves.
I'll take a leaf.
I would like some if you'd be willing.
He goes to his kitchen and gets some handfuls of vegetation. One to Aya. One to Danella. Grabs another handful for himself.
Oh my god.
He did the exact same way.
Good.
I love him. Oh my god.
But yeah. Anybody else who wants leaves can also get leaves before you go on the road.
acquire a leaf.
Yes.
Leaves for you.
Gift from friend.
Yes.
From little guy.
I am very curious about how Jasper perceives Fern. I am very curious about how Jasper perceives Fern.
Oh, how Jasper perceives Fern is hilarious. That's a great question.
But that's not something that Aya is aware to ask.
I can tell you about it later.
I'm curious.
Oh, I'm telling you about it later.
Hell yeah.
But we will leave him to his post-lunch doze in the warm sand.
You will enter the sand. He does enter the sand as you are leaving. Just wiggles in there.
Oh my god.
Wiggles in there.
Jasper enters the sand, and it is getting on 11:22.
Oh yeah, that's nap time.
I know I just spent half an hour being a lizard.
It was incredible.
We were obsessed with the little guy.
I know that didn't advance the plot overly much.
But it did have a little guy. So.
But it had a little guy. So
it was worth it.
We can continue with slightly less lizard shenanigans. And
okay, but what if we need more lizard shenanigans?
Oh, you'll get more lizard
Oh.
shenanigans too.
Don't worry, Aya's going to visit Jasper and is going to try and find Princess, because I think you guys meeting Princess, and I think whatever PK is going to do with Princess is going to be fucking hilarious.
Now, do you think it's funny because Skylar and Victor are sluts? Is that it, or?
A little bit, but also because it's going to be funny.
Okay.
Excellent. We need more creatures.
Joe, you're going to be
Princess is
happy
based
with
off
what I've
something.
done with Princess.
Aya is based off a couple of the people in the support group are based off of mythology. Princess is one of them.
Ooh.
But I won't tell you what myth.
Mm.